Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, RC, and Dustin Bishop here tonight. What's up, fellas?
What's up? Happy early 4th to y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Y'all got anything planned?
Nah. Supposed to rain this way tomorrow.
Sleep, brother.
Oh, really? I don't know if it's rain down here. The in-laws, they have the water slide for tomorrow, so it's a big old cookout.
You on the grill?
Nah, man. When I go to in-laws, man, I just sit back and enjoy the food.
Bro,
I let the in-law, I let Pops go and take over the grill.
You supposed to be retiring, Pop. You supposed to have the signs on.
No, man.
Ben can get away from doing some work, man. He gonna do
it.
Oh, I can go sit on the couch, man. You gotta tell me twice.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let somebody else do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the right way, especially you go to that house. I want to show the man up on his own grill.
Oh, you don't want to show him?
You know the type about. Let me tell y'all something. I had detention one time. I had pick up trash. You know, Ben to help me pick up the trash. He threw a bag of chips on the ground and said, "There you go."
Hey, I feel like there was a lesson to be learned there, Dustin. And, you know, I had to make sure you learn that lesson.
This dude here, man. So he wouldn't help you pick up the trash. He was making trash. He was making something for you to do.
He was making a pathway for you to pick it
up. Hey, very glad just bag of chips, though. So, since it's 4th of July tomorrow, you know, people gonna be shooting fireworks and everything.
Sound like a chopper. You chopper rain.
Happy 4th of July from
Who this is? Who this is?
Soldier.
Yeah, Job and Ranch shooting. So that's from VOF. Have 4th of July. Stay out of Don't get your fingers blown off like Pierre.
Yeah.
JP.
Pierre Paul.
JP. Pierre Paul. Don't get. Be careful, kids.
That's crazy.
So anyway, in the NBA, man, it been going off. We have put our 32 NFL team rankings on hold. So before we talk about all the NBA frenzy and everything about that, let's talk about Dame coming out and requesting a trade. Dustin, you grinning from ear to ear. What you think about that?
I just think it's funny, man. It's basically like, man, like it was a joke in the Dark Knight. You either, die a hero or stay long enough to become a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's exactly. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I knew it was gonna come time because I mean, Dame, I did lose like quite a bit because I feel like Dame could have just came right out and said like, I want to trade, but instead he was doing the Heat games and clowning and trying to make the fans hate him, so that way they would just trade him and I guess force his hand without saying he wanted to trade because of his past comments. Like he was and he was trying to stay solid, but I mean, it's no you can't stay solid when you're in between solid and liquid. You still not solid.
And
But,
so he came out to clarify what his intentions is. He said he doesn't want to be on a team where it's just 3 all-stars or 3 superstars. He just wants a team that has a shot.
I mean,
Wow.
you can't really. He want to go to Miami. They just made the Eastern Conference Finals.
But they don't have 3 superstars or 3.
He will make the third.
Yeah, he make the third. What about Bucks? You know, we mentioned Bucks. What do you think the Bucks or Heat would be more his type of vibe, Flowers?
Well, either or. You know, I've been barking this for the past few months. Dame just, you know, you've heard my gripes on this show about what's going on within the past few weeks. Just like Dustin said, man, you can't be real with anybody else until you're real with yourself. If you are not happy in Portland, man, the world already knew. It's not hard to tell. What has Portland done for you? And at the end of the day, they're not still trying to do anything that's going to benefit you. Why? You know, I thought Dame had no trade clause. He doesn't. So, what does that mean? They can send him anywhere they desire. They don't have to do him no solid. Dame should have been looking out for himself a long time ago, especially probably after the Western Conference final appearance they were in about 5 years ago. You know, 2 years after that, that's probably when he should have started probably barking about a trade. You know, I understand he's trying to stay loyal to the soil, you know, all that all that mess. But take care of yourself. Dame priorities are backwards because he's too busy worrying about what Twitter and Instagram and everybody else saying online about loyalty and this and that. It's your fault because you preached it and you tried to stand by it. And now that they signed Jeremy Grant to a 5-year deal, here you come talking about so you want to trade. Why you didn't request a trade before free agency started? People have moved money and spent money now. You know, I understand that, you know, Miami has been making these moves like letting Gabe Vincent go, trading Strus to Indiana, wherever he went, you know, trying to open it up. But if we're looking at it realistically, what does Miami have to offer?
Nothing.
They got their guard heavy. So, you know, let me not say that because I'm quite sure they would take Tyrese Maxey in a deal. But they'll take Maxey, but they don't want Hero. So what does Miami have to do to make this happen? Unless the management in Portland wants to do Dame a solid and say, hey, we'll take expiring contracts and picks. But hell, Miami don't even got any good picks. So it's gonna come down to, is Portland gonna do what's best for business or they're gonna do what's best for Dame?
That's what it's gonna come down to.
I tell you right now, Miami not giving up Tyler Hero.
He's gonna have to.
And that's what Portland. That's what Portland gonna definitely want. Even if they were to do a trade with Miami, they gonna want Tyler. And if I'm Miami, I'm not giving up Tyler. Not for Dame.
Not for Dame?
No. Tyler Hero, he's gotten better every year. He can put the ball on the floor now.
But would you think
he's low key their best consistent player. He's 6'7". He can play a little defense. I'm not giving that up.
So you think Tyler Hero was in the NBA Finals against the Nuggets? You think it'd be a different series?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I mean the Nuggets had Jokic and Jamal Murray. No way. But I mean Tyler Hero would have helped them. But I'm not giving up what's this Tyler Hero's third or fourth year upcoming?
Yeah. Third or fourth. No, fourth, probably.
You know LeBron would.
He'd be like 22 or something like that. I'm not giving that up for a rising.
LeBron GM want vets. LeBron GM want vets on his team. For a declining Dame that's probably got 2 more good years tops, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who's about 6'2", 6'3". Nah.
So RC, how you see this situation playing out for Dame?
Well, Dame's a Kobe baby. He's a Michael Jordan baby. So let's clear this up for him. I'm gonna speak on his behalf for him. he got caught up in that. He got caught up in that trying to be what he's seen Kobe and Michael Jordan. While not paying attention that Kobe almost was a Grizzly, almost was a Bull. Kobe
Clipper.
started looking Clipper. He started looking out for himself when he realized the Lakers were looking out for the Lakers. That being loyal to the soil, it's a business. And Portland has already did what they think is best for Portland. They brought in some young guys. They re-signed a guy that they deemed as valuable to them. They was always doing what was best for them. I think Dame, um, like y'all say, he played the hand that Durant played, and he wound up looking crazy because Durant was all this. I ain't teaming up with nobody when he was in Oklahoma City, and you know, and then it backfired. But the trade to Miami make no sense. If Portland is smart, they don't honor Dame's request to go to Miami. You send him where you get the most value, and it's not Philadelphia and it's not Miami. It'll be Philadelphia if you can convince James Harden to go to Portland. That money
He's not
works.
going to Portland.
He's not gonna do it either. But I'm saying like what Miami gonna give you is only valuable in Miami, and the Lakers gonna find out that in Gabe Vincent coming to LA, it ain't gonna look the same because Heat culture. He's gonna be out of the culture. He's gonna be in LeBron's culture. Those players only can play in Miami. Tyler Hero included, who I call Malibu Most Wanted. I don't think he really that good. He stay hurt. I would say if Portland want Tyler Hero, he got to go. Cause one, if you look at both players, you trying to win right now, Miami. You'd have been to two NBA finals in the last 5 years, and you come up short. And Tyler Hero played in one. You want to get it done, you better get Dame. If you want to just keep going there to visit, keep Tyler Hero. So I'm going with I think it's a good move. Send him out of there.
The only reason I would disagree with that, Dame not gonna make a difference. I think you put
I don't know. I think that relying fire. I wouldn't put nothing past Dame.
If
they got Bam,
Dame on that Miami Heat team, the Nuggets.
Jimmy Butler, he would took up where Jimmy Butler was using all the energy. Dame would have been an equalizer.
Okay.
He would have helped out the scoring part. You know what I'm saying?
You forget you got to put Dame on Jamal Murray.
Yeah, but listen, Jamal Murray
can sacrifice that.
Yeah, Jamal Murray got to guard Dame.
He got to guard Dame. And this is the thing about Dame.
Say that's a lot easier for Jamal Murray because Jamal Murray is much more dynamic than Dame.
Oh no! Whoa now. Last time Dame played Portland, played them in the playoffs. Remember, he had 55 one of them games when the double triple overtime.
That was a long time ago.
But I don't think
it was ages.
Yeah,
no. But see, I don't.
Dame not messing with Jamal Murray.
I don't think Dame is as injured and as because he took 2 years off. Basically, he ain't been playing. Yeah. He been clocking out the last 2 years. So I think the writing was already on the wall. These players load manage a lot. I think if you take Dame Lillard right now, you could put Dame in Milwaukee. They're gonna win a championship. You get rid of get rid of your guy. What's the not Milton? He just signed a contract. Drew. Send Drew out there. Put Dame in that spot. Now, how do you defend Giannis with Dame on the floor? Because
now Milwaukee, I like.
And then in Philadelphia, I think
he's the second best player in Philly too. He wouldn't have to be the number one.
But I don't think they'll put them over the hump. In Philly, I don't know. It's just something about the Philly curse or something.
I'm gonna tell you the real.
I don't know. It look good in Philly. It look good on paper. My heart just don't believe it.
I don't want him in
Boston. My heart just don't believe it though.
Boston has the most assets. Boston would make the most sense because you can get Jaylen Brown back. Portland, you can get Dame over there with Tatum. That's a hard. See, the thing what Dame is. Dame has the killer instinct. When that clock is ticking in the fourth quarter, you got to defend what he do. And that's what Miami didn't have. You didn't have that one guy that you feared outside of Jimmy Butler. And you really didn't fear Jimmy Butler. You knew where he was going to be.
He got tired. He was tired, though. He was worn out.
Dame can go about two or three or four possessions of just scoring buckets. And then here comes Jimmy. If he end up in Miami, they're going to be a problem.
They're gonna be a big problem.
Yeah,
that pick and roll, him out of bio, him being able to shoot off of and everything else, that'd be a problem. Him or Tyler Hero can't defend, but if you put Dame in Miami, they can hide Dame because you got Jimmy and Bam that's behind them.
Well, the issue with Tyler Hero, I think he's a good player, but I think Miami Heat players are system players. Watch Gabe Vincent with LeBron James. Watch what it looked like. He finna look like a totally different player.
If he can't come out there and hit his shots, it ain't gonna work because it sets up for Gabe Vincent if he can come down and knock down shots, getting them kickouts and stuff. But if he don't come in hitting shots, it ain't gonna work.
But D'Angelo Russell got put in that situation, and he was the fall guy. When you go play with LeBron, you're gonna be the fall guy.
You become the fall guy. Quick.
Be someone to blame.
Real quick.
Be someone to blame. So let's go through this free agency list real quick.
Hey, hold on, one more spot. Don't be surprised. 2 more spots: Clippers and Spurs. Spurs got so much cap space and picks, and we put him with Wemby right now. I'm calling him Big Victor because I can't get the last name.
That was another team though.
That was another one. Oh, you missing some? You missing somebody else? They had the Pelicans. There was somebody else too that also inquired about him. There's a lot of teams that are inquiring about Damian Lillard right now.
All right, so let's get to it. Let's start off with Fred VanVleet. He signed a huge deal with Houston Rockets. 3 years, $128 million.
That's a lot of money.
What y'all think?
Gotta give it to somebody.
Yeah, you gotta give it to somebody, man. Houston is in dire need. Houston is in dire need of some bad leadership.
Hey, that's a crazy mindset to have. Man, we gotta pay somebody.
I'm glad he got his money because that's all he getting. That's all he getting in Houston,
bro.
That's all he getting. Hey, I get your money, man.
They signed Jeff Green too. Jeff Green's over there too.
Who are Dylan Brooks?
Yeah,
they signed quite a few people.
Dylan Brooks, another one. Yup.
I don't know why the Nuggets left Jeff Green go. He actually played a decent role in that championship.
He did. He had a couple of points and rebounds.
Houston probably overpaid him because they need some leadership. They need some leadership, man. They probably paid him to come there.
Yeah, Jeff Green had a couple of key blocks in that Miami Heat game.
Man, but to see Denver's thinking about their nucleus. They're thinking about Porter, Gordon, Jokic, and Murray. But I'm with you. They should have kept Jeff Green. You need that type of guy on your team. But he'll get bought out by the middle of the season, so they'll be back on.
They can bring him back.
Were y'all surprised by this move? Kyrie Irving signed a 3-year, $126 million.
I was not surprised.
Were y'all surprised by that?
No.
I was
kind of.
It was on the
well, there was a rumor that he did with Phoenix. There was a rumor that
how they gonna afford him? How Phoenix gonna afford him?
There was a rumor though.
I love Kyrie, but nobody was gonna give Kyrie the type of money he wanted, except for Dallas, because
they needed
Kyrie's history. No, he just has the reputation now of just being toxic to a team.
Listen,
so nobody was gonna give him the type of money that he wanted. That's why when the Lakers re-signed Austin Reeves and gave him that money, I knew Kyrie wasn't going there. And I think that was LeBron. I think that was Rob Pelinka saying, I'm gonna do what's best for the team, not what you want, LeBron.
And the league did the Lakers a favor because nobody's matched Austin Reeves' contract. So the Lakers are getting off paying Austin Reeves nothing.
Well, you know why? It's another system guy. We seen Dellavedova. We seen certain players play with LeBron James. What he look like when LeBron leaves. So it's kind of like Gabe Vincent and them guys and Strus and them guys. They fit certain types of systems. I think the Lakers and Kyrie, I think LeBron does what he do always. He gonna see if these guys gonna start out fast. If they don't start out fast, they shipping all them players. They shipping them players and them assets to Dallas for Kyrie Irving. And it's gonna be a bad move, but they're trying to win now because LeBron wants to win now. I think that's the way Dallas gets some veterans and some assets and some young pieces. But that's why, like, all the players the Lakers signed, it's like, I've seen this move before, bro. You're not going to keep all them on the team. You just
like the Gabe Vincent signing.
Yeah, you set something up for later.
Even if they don't, Dallas gonna get rid of it. Luka gonna ask for a trade. I guarantee.
Yeah.
He already expressed he was unhappy with the roster. Like, I don't think he wanted to just come right out and say Kyrie. But Luka don't like playing with Kyrie. You can tell. Like, I did Luka towards the end of the season. He did not look happy. He didn't look happy.
Does everybody think they can play together?
aggressive.
Huh?
I mean, if you watch his after post game interviews, he seemed very passive aggressive.
I just don't want to. I think they can play together. It's just gonna take for Cuban and company to put the right pieces around those two.
So you
They
got
need
two.
defenders. They need defenders behind them.
So when you got 5 guys and 2 of your guys can't defend, you're not beating anybody.
No.
Unless you're gonna bring in Dennis Rodman, Gary Payton, Charles Barkley. You need 3 good defenders. I'm talking about lock because the two guys that ball dominant, isolate the ball a lot. You know, Kyrie not locking nobody up, and Luka damn sure ain't locking nobody up. So that's
you
2.
you kind of need perimeter defense, and at least for one or two
They need
guys.
some
You
3 and
can't
D.
both.
They need some 3 and D guys.
Yeah.
If they talking about making this work, which is gonna be hard for it to work, but we'll see.
Well,
I mean,
Luka's
Kyrie's best years, I mean, with LeBron and even for that little stint in Boston, I mean, you had to defer to Kyrie.
If you can get Kyrie to the playoffs, he's dangerous.
is Luka.
If you can get him in the dance, he's dangerous.
So is Luka the point? Luka plays the point, right?
Maybe Luka needs to get off the ball more.
Yeah.
Luka needs to play off ball more. That's the problem. That's the problem in the
How tall is Luka?
Luka's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he can definitely move to the 2.
He's not gonna do it.
I mean, he came in playing the 3. He just ball dominant. You know, he's gonna bring it up. He's gonna have the ball in his hand. I mean, I've said on here, I thought he was James Harden 2.0. You know, when the season started,
right?
He needs to be off the ball more. Luka needs to. He's gonna have to. It's gonna become a point. And
he need to go study Ginobili and how he made his moves off the ball. That's good, I think.
What happens, Flowers, if you move him off the ball on 2K? What his ratings do?
Slow.
That don't change.
his ratings gonna go down or not?
Is it past his time to increase his speed to get some agility drills?
Have y'all seen Luka lately? Have you seen pictures of Luka? He's actually lost some weight.
I know. I'm talking about his speed. He's slow. He's slow.
He's
slow, but I mean, he got that Paul Pierce like slowness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you don't know how it worked. It just worked.
That's why I don't know that he'll work off the ball. Cause I don't see him as a slippery type player that can come off screen.
Man, you can come off a screen. What are you saying?
But I'm saying it's a certain way you gotta manipulate screens and stuff. It's not like
what I'm saying. Listen to me. This is what I'm saying. In order for Dallas to work, Luka needs to sacrifice. So people around him can play better.
You gotta be able to want to, though. It's not everybody can play screen ball. You gotta be able to want to play
you're not gonna do it.
Role. That type of role, you moving from baseline to baseline, cutting through, slashing. You gotta be able to want to do all that.
He ain't gonna do it.
And you don't think he can?
He can, but he ain't.
It's a want thing. It's a want
thing. And I think part of the reason he's not is Luka. I don't think Luka respect American players.
You don't?
I really don't.
Well, I heard.
I think he has much more respect for like the European players than American players in the game that they play over there. Because he doesn't play. He plays more team like European style, old school San Antonio Spurs like basketball. When you watch him
this way over here,
like internationally, but over here it's 1-on-1, and I really think it's because like he doesn't respect the game over here. Like he said, it's like super easy for him,
bro.
I don't think he respects it.
Big Victor is what I call him. Big Victor Wemby. I'm gonna get that name down before the season start next year. Wemby said in an interview with JJ Redick, he said that the way they play in the NBA, if they play that way overseas, they get fined. They're gonna get in trouble. No isolation ball over there. That ball moves. They have 2-a-days versus they practice twice a day versus because they don't play as many games. But he's like, that style of play is just not acceptable over there. So I'm trying to figure out, they call it in America European style basketball. Well, they got it all wrong. They might need to go back over there and watch how they playing because the European players are saying they don't play that style anymore. So they play more of an old style NBA style over there. So yeah, they don't respect this. They don't respect the league and the way it's set up now.
That's crazy. Okay, if you take the best European players in the NBA and compete them against the American-born NBA stars,
it's over. So
All-Star weekend, USA versus
look
the
now,
world.
look,
Come on now.
you got Embiid, Jokic, Luka, Giannis. I was like, bro.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
That was it.
you got Jamal Murray. You get down real technical. You got Andrew Wiggins. He's from not from
Wiggins.
here. Van Fleet's not from here.
All I can say, that game on be, hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Hey, you got a situation where you're depending on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. All those guys are injury prone. I mean, we're in trouble.
Our young stars, you can't depend on Ja.
Oh man,
you got Jalen Green doing gymnastics.
Oh no.
Bro, they got a video surface like these guys, man, are just different, man. I'm gonna leave it right there. Like
they ain't doing that in Europe.
Boy, doing gymnastics.
All I can say is, if Luka saw that video, I wouldn't have no respect for him.
Yeah. Let's get back on track real quick.
All
right, Clippers.
That's like a different type of basketball, I guess.
Right. What that is? NBA Street.
All right. So all right, Westbrook. I say Westbrook. He signed back with the Clippers. Of course, right.
Smart man.
Derrick Rose, he signed with Memphis.
I know how that was. They trying to get John some guidance.
Yep, big guy, smart and Rose. That's big guidance.
I think it kind of smart because D Rose. I mean, he not like Ja. Like he really from
a grown up.
Yeah, he a grown up and he really from the slums. Like he really
and
like,
he played in Memphis in college. He went to college there.
He went to college there, and he ain't never been in trouble. So
yeah, that's a boss move. That's by Memphis. They say, all right, we're gonna take care of this. Max Russ, as we said earlier, he went to Cleveland, man. He $63 million.
Overpaid.
Got paid. Even Bruce Brown Jr. got paid. He got paid $45. He went to Indiana. So kids, that should teach you something. Play hard, play good defense, play team ball. Still gonna get you paid.
But that tells you what the NBA is at today. You know, I had this conversation with a younger guy. He always hitting me over the head with, you know, styles and eras and who could play here and who couldn't play there. And I'm like, he was like, you know, point guards today like Dame and all them, they scoring 60. I said, Kevin Johnson in the final. Kevin in a series averaged for almost 30 points a game, 40 points a game against the Houston Rockets. Kevin Johnson. He had a 47-point game. I was like, man, we've seen all this before. It's just what this is right now is I've never seen role players like Strus. Think about Strus. Now he made me some money on Underdog, but he wasn't worth $63 million, man. Come on.
It's just the TV, there's TV money, man.
Yeah, Underdog really disrespecting him though. They kept saying his points at 9 points, 10 points.
I'm trying to figure out who Desmond Bain blackmailed to get $200 million.
They gotta give him somebody.
Because it ain't no way.
At least Desmond's a grown up, unlike somebody we know in the building.
Yeah.
Where was he even in the playoffs? Like I don't even remember.
Chilling.
Too big to play basketball. He's a running back playing basketball. He shoots a lot of threes.
I don't even
call him
a 3-and-D guy. He's just a 3 guy.
Just shoots threes.
Sometimes. Occasionally.
God, dog. I guess they said, well, we got money left over. I guess we ain't got to pay Ja that Superman. We may well just throw it to somebody.
Mm-hmm. And I heard him say they locked up their 3 key players. I'm like, I never knew Bang was the third guy. Like, I never knew.
They're considering him that more from this year.
Sign him for that much.
He worrying about his bench press than his shooting. He worrying about that one rep.
The first 6'5" guy with a 6'3" wingspan.
This dude, I mean, Desmond Bain unless his career takes a drastic turn, he's not gonna even make the Hall of Fame.
He paid though.
Yeah. But listen, but see, Dustin, these guys don't care nothing about that stuff. Like that's what Dame was trying to do at first. He was trying to think about all that stuff. They don't care nothing about, being known, getting in the Hall of Fame. It's about, I think some of these guys are in the NBA for the lifestyle more so the love of the game. Yeah, majority of them, man. Yeah, they just there.
I say about 80%.
By signing them all this.
You think Zion somewhere like one day I'm gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
The greatest of all time.
He's trying to get in the porn star Hall of Fame. He ain't listening. Let me tell you something, bro.
He got a checklist on RC.
Yes.
Right there and check it twice.
Make that Hall of Fame.
He said, maybe I'm going to Paris this week. I'm going to Paris this week.
Right.
They call them the Woody Awards.
Yeah, he got one.
He got one.
Snap.
Yeah, he do.
All right, Steph Curry signed with Dallas.
Again.
Again, yep. And Eric Gordon going to Phoenix. I thought that's
good for Phoenix.
Yeah, Eric Gordon is still playing basketball. Listen, Eric Gordon has been in exile, Houston, stealing money for like 17 years. Like now he was with the Clippers. Now he was with Houston. Now he's with Phoenix. Man, look, he's had one hell of a career as far as money wise and just hanging in there, man.
They need a bench.
It's a good move. It's a good move though.
And let's see who else. Kyle Kuzma signed another deal, 4-year, $102 million.
These kids don't want to do nothing. You keep paying them to leave the Wizards. There was your chance to come on, man. Somebody else would have paid him that too. Somebody else would have paid him.
That's your boy.
I don't know what I pay him. Nah, I don't know Kuz anymore.
Oh, you don't know anymore,
Ben switched up.
I don't understand why he didn't want to go to a playoff team and contribute and make what he made.
He could have helped out Miami.
Crazy.
I'm gonna tell you why. Flowers. Pandemic shook these boys up. These boys, I'm getting my money. World might stop tomorrow again. I will be paid. And that mindset is too.
You want to do it in Chocolate City though?
But see, he been over there for a little while, so it's something over there. He want to stay over there.
They ain't got nobody.
Washington has.
He will be the 1A or 2A.
Jordan Poole.
And him now. And that's it.
That's another guy. That's another guy whose numbers gonna take a huge dip, and y'all gonna see the real Jordan Poole because playing with Clay and Steph and Draymond and not having to really defend because GP was there. Like you finna have to defend every night. You finna have to run a team. That kid, I'm a Michigan fan. He did nothing at Michigan. I don't know why he got drafted. That's like Juwan Howard's son getting drafted. It was news to me. We didn't even make the tournament. Like they just letting them in now. Like who left the gate open?
Floodgates right there.
Right.
Cam Johnson re-signed with Brooklyn, $108 million. Jereen Grant got $160 from Portland, as we mentioned earlier. $160.
Golly.
Chris Middleton.
$160.
Yep, 5 years, $160. Chris Middleton re-signed with the Bucks, 3-year, $102 million. Draymond re-signed with Golden State, 4-year, $100 million. Dustin, who called it? Who said re-sign with Golden State? Was you, Dustin?
Yeah, that was no shocker.
One shocker.
No, we were talking about LeBron. Yeah, I think I had him going to the Lakers. That
was me saying he's going to stay there because Portland. To me, I mean, when Poole left, that was writing on the wall. Yeah.
So, let's see.
Do y'all realize before you move on, Draymond has gotten rid of Poole and Durant, and the way it's been through disrespect. Like, but if the Warriors decide to say, you know what, we get rid of Draymond and keep Durant, they'd probably be still winning. They probably would still be like they won a championship, here recently. But I'm saying they wouldn't have had this big dip or downslide. I think they chose Draymond twice over two really good players. Like that's crazy.
I can understand the Poole one.
Yeah.
Why they choose them over Poole.
Let's go back to go ahead.
I can see them maybe choosing him over KD is because maybe they figured eventually KD would leave because he'd get tired of everybody saying he was Ryan Steph coattails. That's the only logic I could see in that decision.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to Dylan Brooks signing with Houston. Do y'all think that was really a good move for Houston to sign those two players? While they've been dealing with immaturity on the team with the young players,
They're gonna be tougher.
Yeah, they're gonna be a whole lot tougher. I mean, why are we down in Dylan Brooks? I mean, look, Memphis made him the fall guy. Of course, they had to get rid of somebody to make themselves look a little better. But I mean, this is the league now today. You need tall wing defenders. You know, they can shoot the three and defend the wing. So you know, he fits the logic. So he's gonna be a hot commodity for the next few years. And you know, Houston picked him up for honestly cheap.
Right.
The only thing I would say about Dylan Brooks, if Dylan Brooks accepted who he is and his role and the type of player he is, I think he'd be a pretty good NBA player. But as he expressed to Memphis, he feel like he got a lot more to contribute to being a 3-and-D guy, and that's what he want. And I mean, he not even. I mean, he's pretty. I mean, he's a decent defense player. I'm not gonna take that away from him, you know. But I mean, 3. I don't know if I give him. I put it like that, but yeah, I think if he accepts who he is, I think he'd be a lot better player than who he is. Like a lesser Draymond. I don't know if I don't think he has the basketball IQ that Draymond has. So I'd say he'd probably be a version of Draymond. But he wants to do a lot more, and he thinks he's something that he's not, and I think that may hurt him in the long run in his career.
That's right. So we're gonna see how that plays out in Houston. All right, Herb Jones re-signed with the Pelicans.
Who?
4 year fees. Herb Jones.
Homegrown.
Yeah, $56 million. All right, I want to get to this real quick. Hold on, let me check one more thing.
Man, Greg.
I asked y'all this. Let's start with Flowers. Which team impressed you so far in free agency, either with re-signing their own players or signing new players?
Honestly, this free agency to me has kind of just been kind of nil because I think trade. Well, this is the GM's time to shine as far as Pat Riley. You know what? We didn't even mention Utah throwing their hats in the race with Damian Lillard also.
He played college football over there.
Mm-hmm. So you got Danny Ainge in Utah and stuff like that. See, this is their time to shine. See if they can work some of these moves. You know, Harden still wants to be moved. So what is Morey gonna do with Harden in a sense? But I'm more curious to see what trades are going down because I just don't think anybody in free agency really just pushed the needle. But you know what? Let me give Houston some credit because they're trying to clean up the immaturity down there. Like I say, signing Fred VanVleet, the champion, professional. Like I say, Dylan Brooks will have a chance to clean up his image or play into it and accept it, as Dustin was saying, in which he needs to do. I don't see Dylan Brooks averaging 20 points a game, but there's nothing wrong with averaging 14. You grabbing 4 boards, you playing defense. Udoka is the best person probably for Dylan Brooks because he'll coach him hard, get him on the right path. But I'm more curious to see what moves are going to be made as far as trades, and let's see what goes on with that. Because free agency is just, like I said, just a lot of money being thrown around. Teams just trying to fill the voids.
All right, RC, who do you think improved or you liked what they did so far?
Who I liked? Keith Sweat. Nobody. I think this was a real weird. This was a free agency for the role players, man. You look at all the role players that got paid. I mean, some of them guys, some of the name Herb Jones is like Grace Jones to me. I don't know Herb Jones. I don't even know who that is. I've never watched Herb Jones play, but No disrespect to him, but I just don't think he's worth $56 million. I mean, they're just giving the money away.
Oh,
I
you one
mean,
of them GMs.
yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of them guys. Like when I look at the landscape of the NBA,
hmm
like it's really easy to get paid for doing, just
Nothing.
nothing. I mean, I ain't gonna say they're doing nothing. I'm just gonna say,
Like you don't know what their special ability is, like their special
I guess
gifts per se to bring to the team.
I'm gonna say this. I wish I could tell Gilbert Arenas this because he always talking about, evolution happens and the players change naturally. The body changes. You go from a Barry Sanders type running back to a Derrick Henry. Okay, that's
Mhm.
evolution, but that don't mean Derrick Henry is better than Barry Sanders,
Yeah,
right?
I mean the
Okay,
game
so
changed.
the game changed. So just because you're bigger, faster, stronger, don't mean you have the basketball IQ and you know how to play. And
Exactly.
you know your role. Like that.
Exactly.
That's the problem with Dylan Brooks. Like, who are you? What do you do? If I'm my scouting report and I'm saying what do we do good? What do we do great? I think he's it's more of a show than actual talent.
Mm.
And so, far as the
I
team
think
who did the worst, I mean, they about all did about the same. I mean, they just filled the void, like you said.
you brought up an interesting point. Like, what do you do? All of us play sports on this pod, and we all had that one-on-one with coach. When he at first beginning of the season, he do assessment, and he's like, "What you do? What's your, what's your talent? What's your niche?" Like half these
But
players, like I don't know what you bring to the team. I just know you're a body. You can defend. You might defend a little bit. Like so many guys are just like when you see them, you just don't really know what they bring to the table. Like, oh, he's hustle. He's a hustle type player. Back in the early 2000s, early 90s, you already knew what that player was. Oh, he's an enforcer. You
right,
already know. They had
Right.
you already knew what he was gonna do.
yeah,
But
yeah,
those guys, they like all of them trying to be point guards, always all of them trying to be 3-point shooters. So they don't have like distinct niche
right.
that they have.
Think about the Memphis Grizzlies. They guard heavy now. You got
Mm-hmm.
Bain, Smart, Rose, Ja. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, if you
Well,
it's get him a therapist. Don't just bring people in. Like Derrick Rose is not a very talkative person, and if Ja's not receptive to it, then you got
Right.
Ja sitting there playing the video game or just cooling whatever he's doing, and Derrick's talking really slow and really calm and straight faced. They're gonna aggravate each other, man. You can't put stagnant in the room with someone with ambition and want to grow and
mm-hmm.
be their very best self. So I don't understand the
Yeah, don't you got Marcus Smart too?
Marcus
Did he get
Smart.
Yeah.
there?
No,
Marcus.
That,
Marcus
that
Smart there.
that thing about Marcus Smart, he in your face. Can Ja handle that? Like, I don't know, man. They just
That's a good question.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm real curious to see that Marcus Smart and
God,
Ja.
there was even rumors about him and Jalen Brown having problems, but that was never the case.
I believe so. I believe there was problems. Where there's smoke, there's fire, brother. Like those rumors come out and they try to put them out because they made the finals and they made Eastern Conference Finals. But I believe there were issues there because Smart
Mhm.
he talked about them in press conferences. Like,
That's true. That is
yeah,
true.
Marcus
yeah.
Smart came out and said he didn't have no problem with JB. He said JB was the only teammate that came to his mom's funeral or somebody like that.
I'm quite sure he didn't have a problem with it. I just think Boston probably moved Marcus Smart to allow Tatum and if they keep Brown to be more of the leaders. I mean, because Marcus Smart was almost in Boston for, he pretty much what 9, yeah, about 9 years he was in Boston. So he was the longest tender vet, and he probably was the voice, and it's probably time for a new voice. So they want the youngins to try to step up and take over.
And that's what's wrong with the league right there. You get rid of Marcus Smart and you bring in Kristaps Porzingis.
They can't get
Like,
along with people.
this is my thing, man. You need that guy on your team like Draymond Green. You need a guy that's why Draymond can't play with Anthony Davis. Because if you put Anthony Davis on the team with Draymond Green, Draymond gonna tell him every day what we say on this podcast. Hey, bro, you soft. Hey, bro, you stay hurt. Hey, bro, you too big. Hey, bro, your hair braided down too tight. Hey, bro, he gonna tell him what he gonna need to hear. They don't want to. They want to coddle these guys and protect these guys. LeBron ain't showing AD out, bro. AD
He
needs
needs
somebody to
to.
get on him. He ain't
Yeah,
gonna do it.
and AD ain't standing up to see LeBron make history. Then yeah, he ain't talking with AD like that.
Nah. You saw the incident with Dwight Howard, right? And he was out of the next year
Oh, yep.
because
Yep.
Dwight probably challenging him, and he don't want to be challenged.
That's true. All right, so the Jazz trade for John Collins, yeah or nay?
It's a good play.
Good
That's a
play.
good play right there.
They've been trying to get rid of John Collins for the last 2-3 years. So good for John Collins.
Yeah.
Go somewhere
Utah.
where you want it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond, we were talking about Draymond earlier. He liked to talk. He came out and said this about Ayton. He said Ayton looked like a bust before CP came to Phoenix.
So now Draymond wants to speak nicely about CP3. I see, since he's his teammate now.
Well, that's another team that I'm confused. It looks good 20 years ago, 10 years ago.
Right.
But right now, you bring in Chris Paul. Even if you move Steph off the ball and then you slide Clay down to the 3, what are you gonna do with Wiggins?
They had Wiggins playing the 4 in the finals about
And
a
see,
year or two ago.
but
They still small balling.
That's small ball. Yeah, that's not. That's
but if Golden
They're
State,
too old for small ball.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it? I would make Chris Paul come off the bench. They would be
Yes,
deadly.
he needs to come off. I
They would
agree.
be.
They definitely come off the bench.
And then Golden State doesn't run pick and roll. So what sense does it make to put Chris Paul when he wants to slow down the game, run half court sets? He's great in pick and roll. Let's say bring him off the bench.
And get to the 3-point line, get the corner of the 3-point line. He get the screen and roll, get to this side, shoot. You watch his game; it's all within 15 foot, and that those guys shooting threes over there. So I'm come on, Steve Kerr, you finna have to coach now. You've been coaching, but you really finna have to do some strategy. Like it's gonna be real strategic.
I think they probably make playoffs, but they ain't gonna go far.
No.
I think they're gonna take it easy during the regular season and try to push through during the playoffs.
I think that Golden State era is I think it's over.
Yeah.
Yep, it's over.
Time to move on.
They had a good run though. Good run.
Yep, they sure did. Created a lot of exciting basketball. Change the game for better or worse.
They definitely had a hand in both of them.
All that 3-point shooting, sitting at a kids basketball game. I never forget what my son did. Dude on a fast break. Nobody at the basket, y'all. Nobody at the basket.
He shooting 3.
He pulls up a 3-point line and let that ball run. He let that
pulled him
ball
out.
ride.
You'd have been mad with me.
What?
He let that ball ride.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all gonna start giving Timo Cruz credit for changing the game. Timo Cruz was the first dude to pull up from 3 on a fast break.
Hey, bro. I'd have told your son, I'd have called time out. Come here. Sit down, bro.
We asked, I said, why you do that? He said, I don't do layups. I'm like, you don't do layups.
Nah, you get that from you, Mr. Automatic.
Yeah, he probably did get caught. That's all I say in the gym.
Man,
kids need to understand that.
Ben touched that ball in the corner. It's automatic.
And it took the league 3 or 4 years to understand that everybody couldn't. And hell, Golden State was shooting a lot of mid-range and getting a lot of high percentage shots still. But it took the league 3 years to understand, well, hell, we can't do what they're doing.
Bro, Michael Jordan predicted that this would happen years ago. They asked him when he had the game when he made the threes against Portland, and he did like this. He was like, he don't like shooting threes because he don't want to depend on the 3-pointer. His game is to get downhill, of course, get to the free throw line, attack the basket aggressively. It's a tool in my bag if I need to go do it, but I don't want to depend on. I don't want to become one-dimensional or depend on it. Because the thing about basketball, they don't realize that's a shot for a strong. You got to be strong to shoot that consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And as you start shooting it, even Steph had moments where he just missing.
Yep.
The last game they played against the Lakers before they got put out, they was shooting horribly, man. And he just kept shooting. I'm like, man, this is
switching taller people on him. He'll try and shoot over him.
Because everybody think the 3 is the dagger. No, the dagger is when they come down the lane and yam on you or they bully you in the paint. You can't stop them from getting to the hole. That's demoralizing when you getting bullied in the paint.
We can't even blame. Let's not even blame the Warriors for this. Let's go to Mike D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni.
Mm-hmm.
Mike D'Antoni.
Guys.
He's the reason why Kobe Bryant messed his knee up in that game that he tore his Achilles. all because of the way that Mike D'Antoni, his system, the way he played. Too many minutes, too many shots, don't
Yep.
play no defense. And Kobe is his own worst enemy because he didn't want to come out of the game.
Nope.
But it's like even Kobe was shooting threes, man. It's not a good way to play.
I remember the night he tore his Achilles, and he was giving the Warriors buckets at the age of 35. If that man didn't tear his Achilles, he might have would have broke the scoring record.
But I told my Achilles before, man. The only reason why he tore his Achilles in that game, he hurt his knee in that game. The leg that he tore the Achilles, he was injured and didn't want to come out. And that now your leg is like, I always say this to players: when you're injured, come out, because that first sign of pain. That's a sign that something bad's about to happen sooner or later, and that's what happened.
If it's not an ankle sprain, they can get wrapped or something like that, man. If it's in your knee, nah, don't go. Last NBA news: the Clippers and Knicks are expected to make a trade for James Harden potentially. So they making moves to
the Knicks, bro. The Knicks will be perfect.
And Clippers. Why would the Clippers?
No, Jalen Brunson.
The Clippers make.
Why they keep trying to put Harden with Westbrook or KD with Westbrook? Why they trying to reunite those guys?
I don't know. If the 76ers trade Harden, it's gonna be more than a 2-team deal, I think.
Yeah, 3-team, yep, for sure. I think
maybe 4.
I think the Knicks, to me, they don't need James Harden, but they really need a disgruntled Embiid. If they need for the Sixers to lose in the first round again, Embiid would be perfect for them.
Yes.
DeAndre Ayton will be perfect for them. They need DeAndre Ayton to get out of Phoenix. He don't need to be with ball dominant guards. He don't need to be with ball dominant big guy wing players like KD. He needs to be with Jalen Brunson and get Julius Randle out of there. Seeing Obi Toppin get traded, it pissed me off because I'm like, he's a better to me. Julius Randle,
Obi.
He's a better player than Julius Randle to me. He's more consistent.
You know what it reminded me of? Y'all remember when Hassan Whiteside was in Miami? And Bam was on the come up.
Yeah.
And Bam made Hassan Whiteside expendable because he could do the same thing as Hassan Whiteside, but Hassan Whiteside was making $15-20 million more.
I remember. Yep.
They ship him off, and boom, there's the emergence of Bam Adebayo, and Hassan Whiteside is somewhere, on somebody's books.
Right. Thinking about the old days.
He culture only can play in Miami. He's out of there.
All right. That's all I have for right now for NBA. Do y'all guys have anything else?
Nah, we just trying to wait till he moves.
I got one thing. I saw what Gilbert Arenas said that Isaiah Thomas was overrated.
Which one?
The one.
The old Isaiah Thomas? The OG Isaiah. Go on somewhere, Gilbert.
Yeah.
That just be talking, man. That's why I hate the new
listen,
players doing pods, man, because I feel like this just be talking.
Now this is why Gilbert did this. It's trolling Isaiah because Isaiah's trolling who? Michael Jordan. And Gilbert is fun. And so it's not really, he know the guy's a great player. But he's saying what he's saying about Isaiah, that's the exact thing that Isaiah's saying about Michael Jordan. You wasn't that good.
I can't be mad.
I'm talking about, he's saying
it's not in his argument though. It's not in his fight though. It's between MJ and Isaiah.
That's not even a fight. It's not a fight.
I agree with Gilbert on that. You gotta take, because this Michael Jordan slander gotta stop.
Yeah,
like you can look up so many video clips of both Scotty and Isaiah Thomas, like being like Jordan that dude, and then now they like, now they mad because Isaiah still.
It keeps going because everybody knows he's just talking out the side of his mouth, like.
But it makes them look bad, and it's discrediting IT because Isaiah is one of the greatest point guards ever, but. Just like Scotty, you still just talking crazy, and you have logical people like us on this podcast that know what the hell Michael Jordan was. And I mean, all of them in a sense.
But
it makes it look bad.
We all can learn from Michael Jordan. Though.
Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing. Let the people speak for you. The life you live speak for you. So, but this is the thing that I love about the Isaiah. Why Gilbert was trolling him, because now you see how it feel when someone discredit you. I mean, you worked your ass off to get in that position. Isaiah was one of the better ball handlers. When he was AI and Kyrie before Kyrie, and now you're being discredited because you did. See, the same thing make you laugh, make you cry. And now he's saying that Gilbert is like crazy and out of his mind. But when you
Make a
but I,
point.
but they got NBC where you was commentating for NBC where you was commentating Michael Jordan's game, his last game when he was called him the greatest player ever. They got you got video and documents, bro, that you weird. So it's just karma. That's all it is. It's karma, bro.
Yeah. All right, before we let Dustin get out of here, we're gonna show the highlight of the day. Dustin, you ready to see the highlight of the day?
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, the last few been crazy, ain't it?
I want to just wait for Dustin to get back. Oh yeah, I did want to mention this before the start of the podcast. Ryan Mallett died a couple days ago. He drowned in Florida
Wow.
in the rip turn. I don't know, was it a rip turn? I think I think it was a rip.
I think it was a riptide. It was a riptide.
Yeah, riptide. Yeah. So, man, that's why I don't go out there. They say even the toughest swimmers the best swimmers have trouble in them.
I've been a riptide. I've been a riptide.
Really?
Man, it probably took me almost an hour to swim out that thing. And if I wouldn't have had like my flippers on, I would have been in trouble. But yeah, I think he was trying to save somebody. Like I couldn't imagine
drowning kids. I think. Yep.
Yeah, trying to save somebody in it because it literally, man, it feel like some is like it's like gravity, but it's pulling you horizontally sideways, man, and you can feel it pulling you out to the ocean.
Since you was in the Navy, well, you still in the Navy, right?
No.
Okay.
Man.
So how would they teach y'all how to get out of something like that?
I mean, they really don't.
I was surprised. Like you a sailor, you would think they'll know. They'll teach all that type of stuff.
That's a no. It's more of a no.
Let me tell you something, man. Half them folks in the Navy can't swim.
That's crazy.
How is that? Hold up. No. What do you mean half the people in the Navy can't swim? What are you in the Navy for?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good point. That's a good point.
They don't equate being on the ship to swimming, man. It's sad, really. Like,
dang,
they literally get you to swim enough just to swim. I think it's like 50 yards or something like that. Like, you got to do more to get your scuba diving license than you do to swim in the Navy. But yeah, I just know. I just know how to swim out riptide just from knowledge about the ocean and scuba diving and stuff. Yeah,
man. Listen, I'm glad you.
The only way to get.
Wow.
I'm glad.
The only way to get out of a riptide, you gotta swim. You gotta swim in parallel to the shore, and then like kind of when you feel it let up, kind of inch your way back, swim forward, and you gotta just keep swimming parallel. That's the only way to get out of it.
Wow.
Don't let it take you out to sea, stay afloat, and hope like a boat or something pick you up.
Well, we
Man,
learned
listen.
We learned two things today.
I'm glad you survived that, man. That's
my goodness. That is some scary stuff right there.
I know. All right.
No, I was scared, man. Shoot, I was tired of it being my life.
Where were you at?
I held my own.
Where you
been my life? I remember when I touched land, I just fell out.
So where were you? What beach or
Panama City? I forgot.
They known for that.
But yeah, I remember. I remember because my dad had told me don't go too far out there, and I did anyway. Yeah, man, that riptide came. Man, I was swimming. Like, I wasn't even that far. I was probably like 30, maybe 30, 40 yards from shore, which is like usually it would be like a minute swim to get back. It took me almost an hour.
Goodness
to get
gracious.
back.
Man, I see.
So
man, I
nobody
see.
tried to come help. Nobody seen you. You didn't panic. Well, you obviously didn't panic because you're here. But you didn't say anything like help.
Man,
or...
nobody. No, it was barely. At that point, it was barely anybody on the beach. The only people that were out were like some surfers and like some boats, but they were like too far out to see me. And like the only plan I had was I was like, if I can't make it, I get too tired. Just keep enough energy just to stay afloat and make it out to one of the boats. And had him pick you up, but yeah,
Man,
but hey, man, ain't no
Scary
joke.
stuff,
Man.
man.
No joke.
I know. I'm Aquarius, but I don't do water though.
Right.
So we're down at Orange Beach this past weekend, man. Took my son out to the Gulf. The highest that water got was above my ankles, and that was it.
You right. Hey, if that water come anywhere up here, nope, I'm going back the other way.
It's not even getting right here. It might get to my waist. That's about it.
Oh, snap, man. That's crazy. But prayers and we send prayers and condolences to the Milet family. I know it's tough. And he was a coach too, so I know his kids are feeling it. But
man.
Played at Michigan and he played at Michigan and he played at Arkansas. Yep.
Arkansas. Played with Tom Brady. Didn't he play with the Texans too?
Played in Denver, did he? No, he played in New England.
Then he went to
Houston.
And that was it.
The Falcons? No, that's Shaw.
No, it was Houston.
Okay.
He was out there.
All right, here's a clip of the day.
Man, I hope BNA gonna play that video.
I know.
Rated TV MALS. It contains strong language and sexual situations. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I saw it. Bro, is that Jalen Green? I haven't seen that.
Yes,
who is that?
That's Jalen Green.
Wait a minute, man.
That's Jalen
Green. Hey, step back the picture.
What did I just see, bro?
Look, man, I support. I support and love all people. When they can, love is love.
Bro,
they can't never say we didn't support the alphabet people on here.
Bro, wait. What the hell did I just see? Like, what was that? Break it. I'm talking about break it. No, I only said but listen, so who is in the video? Who is that? Jalen Green?
Jalen Green is his teammate. What's the other guy?
He got traded. He got traded.
Christopher.
Right after this video came out, he got traded.
So that's them. That's them now.
And yeah, both of them was on the Rockets. Yes.
That's them doing that now.
Back in college, I believe. College, back in college, I believe.
But they didn't go to college. Green didn't go to college.
It must have been high school. Well, those are in a dorm or something. It must have been high school, college, 1 or 2. They must play somewhere together. But
who put that video out, man? That's all I want to know.
Saying, like, and there's a whole bunch of room of dudes laughing. Like, what in the world?
Love, love, that's his decision.
Bro, listen, it's a guy. The guy that put the video out is not in the league. He needed some money. They didn't pay up, and he just blackmailed and sabotaged. Wow.
2 videos. I didn't do the other one.
Oh, thank goodness.
The second video, they were definitely doing gymnastics.
Hey, baby boy sing Melvin Jody Mama.
Bro, I don't understand. Yeah. I don't understand. I gotta say this, man.
I don't understand.
Like, this is what's wrong with social media right here. That right there. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with social media. Like, this dude is in the league playing basketball, and this video surfaces because he's unwilling to pay somebody. I mean, imagine if he became the MVP of the league and that video dropped. Like, dude, that would never happen. It's like having too much. That's just too much, man. Like, what did I just see, man?
Does that top Laramie Tunsil on draft night when he had the gas mask on?
Oh, bro, that's crazy.
Man, that top AD video. I don't know that
feel
AD.
like there's some stuff that should just be seen on OnlyFans or whatever type of subscription.
Too many hard legs in the room for me.
Man, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I don't care how anybody takes this. What I just seen, well, I can't wrap my mind around it, but now that means that every time I see the Houston Rockets, I'm gonna think about Jalen Green with his
Yup.
legs in the air like that,
Yup.
man.
And he was making noises too. That would make it even worse. He was like, oh.
Man, listen, man, I can't, bro. Where you find that at, bro? What?
I'm trying to refrain from saying what I'm trying to be good. That,
Yeah, love is
because
love.
I can say some
Hey,
things.
they can never say that we
love
never
is love, Flowers.
we
Love
never
is
showed nothing for
love.
the
Yeah, I know
Hey.
love is love, but damn.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
dang gone.
hey, Ben,
Yeah.
listen, I gotta turn you off, dog. You gonna get us syndicate, bro? Listen,
That's why I ain't saying
To be honest, guys, I don't know. I forgot where I was browsing on, but I came across the video. I said, "What in the heck?" I don't know. It was TikTok. I think it was IG
Wow.
because somebody said IG let you post this. So I think it was IG. I was
I
just
bet,
like,
I bet you them comments is crazy.
dude, them
My
dudes
man,
were
Jalen Green.
the dudes were going in
Beat it
on
back
Green.
Boom, boom, boom.
All I'm gonna say is, people gotta realize, it's kids with internet access and stuff out here. Put that on OnlyFans or
Wow.
P-Hub or whatever.
You gotta burn that.
Man, bro.
He should have paid whoever had that clip. He should have paid them.
Bro, he got up out the
It
bed.
don't matter what the cost.
Like, he got, but what I do remember him getting up and walking off like, that just happened. But it's a bad prank. These guys got too much time on their hands.
Is it a prank?
Man, look like no
It look like no prank.
Hey, look like a reenactment.
He like he was willing.
Me and Ben used to play pranks on each other. We ain't never done nothing like that.
It don't
Bro,
look
that's
like
crazy.
that Juggernaut video used to watch. Like, you want to win? Yes, I want to win. That was more something like that.
You going to Facebook jail? You going to YouTube jail?
What? I don't know nothing about that Juggernaut video.
I thought that was. At first I thought that was a video of Zion at first I thought that was a video of Zion and Mariah Mills. To be honest with you,
Man, look.
Did y'all hear about that? Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah.
Some porn companies offering Mariah Mills like $1 million for the tape.
She gonna do it. She gonna do it. She gonna do it because she got she put tattoo on her face. Yeah,
I hope that was fake, man. Lord, I hope it was. Because if it wouldn't, he done. If that tattoo wasn't fake, she about to ruin his life.
Bro, listen, man. What did I just listen? Let me explain something to y'all, man. We're living in some very strange times. Like,
man, I never thought I'd see something like that, like come across something like this.
But see, Flowers Flowers had something. God laid something on Flowers just did, because Flowers felt. He said, "I'm nervous. I'm nervous."
Hi, y'all. Flowers, how did you know?
I had a feeling, man. Intuition, man. I said, man, I'm nervous, man.
And so when he got nervous, it made me nervous. I'm like, Ben, what we doing here? I'm saying, Tyler, where are you? He got no Tyler and Gatwood. They ain't present. But man, when that thing came on, all I could do was, I wish y'all could have seen my face. Like, what in the?
You lucky he didn't show the other one.
Yeah, the other one was way worse. They were double
go to the chat seat. It's in there.
Yeah, go to the chat. They doing some flips and dips and all that. So
I say Melvin and Jody Mothers on Baby Boy, man.
Bro, I ain't never played no game like that with my teammates.
Never.
I ain't never
no reenactment, no game, no movie scene, no nothing.
I ain't never played house with my teammates like that.
Nothing. Nothing.
What's his name? What's dude's name? That was off of Cash Money, Young Turk.
Young Turk. Yeah.
Apparently, he said them types of games was common in Cash Money back in the day.
I bet it was
something like that.
So, bro,
Vlad TV
dealing with Baby.
What's the player's name that was doing
I can't remember.
I can't remember his last name.
He's in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did he get traded or he got re-signed?
He got traded. No, they traded him as soon as that video got released.
Wow. Why would they trade him?
You know why
Because they said they had
Josh
to break that up.
Christopher. That's his
They said they had to break that up.
Josh Christopher. That's his name.
Oh,
See,
Josh.
that's why the Rockets have problems. We finally figured it out.
Yep,
Too many people taking it instead
they
of dishing it.
You can't. I mean, you can't have that. You can't
Boy,
have.
Kurt.
I mean, you can't have that type of expression
Hey.
and intimacy of in the locker room.
Hey, Doc.
It's time and place for everything.
Hey, Doc.
The locker room is not.
It's alpha males in here.
And I get
Hey,
just the expression.
Hey, Dustin, what kind of doctor are you, brother?
I'm sure they don't want to. I'm sure they don't want to walk in the locker room and they going choo choo. You know,
I would literally fight somebody if they try to play with me like that in the locker room. I would fight.
I know, man. That's hands immediately.
I don't play with me like that.
Hey, Dustin, what kind of doctor are you, brother? What type of doctor you trying to be?
Shoot, I'm not there yet, but I'm going for plastic surgery right now.
Yeah, that's what he gonna need.
Oh, you trying to get the
yeah, that's what Jalen Green gonna need, plastic surgery. When he get that, they gonna be like Bruce Jenner.
Doing that type of plastic surgery.
It gonna be like Bruce Jenner.
I ain't doing that
from Jalen to Jada.
Yeah,
Jalen Green.
Jada Green.
He gonna have to pay me an NBA type contract for me.
BBL right on the way.
No, look, Doc, just go in there and do like this. Get you some shears. All right, you done. You
good. Send him on his ways. Go ahead.
I'm done.
You're like, oh, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you bad surgery. You know all these bad surgeries and plastic surgeries that you got people walking around here. These women walking around looking like fine ants. Man, ain't nobody got time for that. All of them built like caterpillars.
Oh my word, bro!
A praying mantis with a booty. Yeah, that's how they look. Yeah, so you gotta make sure you do some good plastic surgery, bro. You gotta make sure you talk them into getting some thighs and some calf muscles, man. They out here
to match it. Yes, you gotta match.
Moderation, bro. Moderation.
Oh my word, Jalen. To be honest, y'all asked me like, what would it take for me to denounce the Saints? It had to be something like that.
Kamara,
I don't even know you, bro.
But listen,
he need to go to jail. Yeah, he
listen,
did it.
When I was a kid growing up, man, this is what's crazy about social media now. You got to be careful. If you get into it with somebody and they haul off and slap you and y'all fighting, them phones coming out, bro.
Yep.
Right. World
star. And so now you can get beat up on social media and you'll be beat up for the rest of your life. You dig? So it's like that dude that's sitting there recording that, I guarantee he's not in the NBA. But he got it.
That's not in your boy, man. That's not in your boy.
Phones, bro. The phones, bro.
Yeah,
OJ tell you 40, 50 years ago, that dollar.
That's it.
Let me tell you,
dollar.
It's like you said. I'm sure it was their boy until he didn't make it to the league.
Yeah.
Then they didn't take him along with them.
Yep.
He got mad.
He said, I'm gonna fix this.
I was like, y'all not gonna let me in the club with y'all. Y'all not gonna let me in the club with y'all. Y'all not gonna let me ride shotgun in the Rari. Okay.
Yeah. Trying to expose both of y'all. That's crazy. That doggone being. That's probably VOF history right there. Was just made, man. Like
it's up there. It's up there with.
At least you put the warning on beforehand.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. That's why I did it.
I was really nervous when I saw that fly. I was really nervous. I was like, oh, he done lost his mind. He been drinking.
My wife, she sees me making this video. She like, what are you doing? I said,
yeah, bro. Listen. She got to be very understanding because a lot of women walk in on that, looking at that like,
what are you adding Grady, what you doing?
What are you doing, man? This dude.
Imagine Jalen Green in the crib with his girl and they just pop up on her phone like
wow.
What you gonna say?
Nah,
you can't say nothing. Like
he probably say, "Here's a bill." Like forget about what you just saw.
Why you asking all the questions?
Hey, get that thing, put it in front of her, and press the button. Men black.
Look, he gonna have to put something. He gonna have to put something out with 2 or 3 women. I'm serious. Like he gonna have to go.
He got to pull Zion now. He got to pull Paul Pierce.
He gonna have to go Space Mountain Ric Flair style.
Yep. To prove his man, it's over. It's over.
He got to get his man card back because now everybody. Now look, think about this, because Houston will have an immaturity problem. Now everybody looking at this video like
all these strip clubs in Houston, and that's what you doing,
bro. Listen, the dunk. I want to tell Jalen Green that Jalen.
He made like a different kind of strip.
Hold on now,
Jalen. Listen, I want you to know this, bro. The dunk contest is the least of your worries, bro. You need to focus. You need tunnel vision now. You need to come back and win the MVP.
Yeah, you gotta win MVP this year.
Now wait a minute now, because I think he was on Paul George's podcast, Jalen Green, and he said he didn't want to play with James Harden. We see why now.
James ain't gonna fool around with that foolery.
Well, not even that. I mean, James might try to take him to the strip club. He might not want to go. So.
Yeah,
he may want to go to. He may want to go see. He may want to go see Magic Mike.
Well, what?
He may not want to go.
Like these kids, how we had
too much
Robin.
time.
We had Robin. They got Jalen Green.
No, they got listen. I bet you Draymond saw it and want to change his last name.
Yep.
Agreed. Oh, you're such a name you Brown.
The worst thing I've ever done to somebody was while they was taking. I'm talking about college. The worst thing I've done to somebody was while they was in the shower, take their clothes from them. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
So funny.
That's nothing like that.
Look, man.
Like, oh God.
I come from the era where I just left men stuff alone, man. I didn't bother them. I mean, in my mind,
hard legs for me in the room.
In my soul, when I was going in the locker room, man, I used to think to myself, man, because growing up, it's kind of like back then that was frowned upon. Anybody that was doing that type of stuff, it was a little bit different than it is today. Everybody's open. I mean, 2 giraffes can be out, and then a giraffe can decide he wants to be a lion, and people just be cool with it. Oh, look at that lion giraffe. Okay, whatever. But
do you?
But my thing is now, where it's kind of hard for me to understand what I just seen is because it's like everything is just there's no such thing as privacy anymore.
Nope.
Right.
We don't know we don't know the context of what we just saw or what was really going on. Even though it's weird and crazy, still somebody left it up to the world now to judge on it. And now Jalen Green will never recover from that, man. He will never.
You can't recover from that.
He done.
You're gonna have 3 wives.
It's like the Magic Johnson Isaiah Thomas kiss in the middle of center court before they play an NBA
thing too. Imagine.
And then Magic gets. He's like, bro, what's up? Back then.
To be honest, I'm more equivalent to Magic Johnson getting AIDS and Isaiah going on that. He having sex with men because he got AIDS and crap.
Yeah. Magic
campaign. That's up there. That probably up there with that Magic whole.
Yeah, see, that's another Isaiah
escapade.
Thomas moment. Turn on his friend. Isaiah ain't, boy. Look, choke his
and
tongue.
Didn't they make up like a few months ago?
Yeah,
him and Magic.
I made up like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they sat down there and had a little.
Face to face.
Special, face to face. And both of them crying and crap. So, like, Isaiah, you started. Why you crying?
MJ ain't doing it.
No time soon.
No, hell no.
Ever.
Well, MJ did do Scotty a solid though. I don't have a clip, but T. Wright sent me the clip. He sent.
Oh, you talking about him? Talking about he didn't approve of his son, Dave Marissa.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
He did a solid.
I'm gonna speak on behalf of Michael Jordan. You talking about somebody? Michael Jordan's son took that on for his daddy. But did his daddy call him and say, Jeffrey, that shit ain't cool. Jeffrey, you could Hey, if you need anything, let me let me know. But see, cause listen, the thing about people looking at this situation and trying to. This lady is for the streets, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, it don't matter if it's Michael Jordan's kid. Like, you gotta understand, she was with Future. She was with other people that were
Yep.
famous. I mean, Malik Beasley. I mean, so it's kind of like Lori Harvey. Everybody having a turn. I mean, Michael Jordan just happened to be his son. Just happened to be next, but he ain't
Tell them
taking
that
her nowhere.
riptide.
Swim out.
Tell that riptide.
Swim out
Right. She a 6-time champion too. She a 6-time champion.
Yeah, Scotty back still hurt. To
Right,
this
right,
day.
right. Everything hurt. That's why he mad. That's why he mad.
All right. So, all right, Dustin, that's all the NBA. We're gonna move on to some NFL. Thanks for joining us, bro.
All right, Doc.
All right. Hey,
Try
I
to erase
remember
that
out there,
memory.
love is love. I support everybody.
Hey, get out of here. Get out of here.
I do not necessarily agree with all the viewpoints of Ben Swift.
You just trying to get more clients to come to you when you get your
Hey,
service
Dustin. Hey, Dustin. Listen, bro. When they come down on Ben, I'm talking about they're gonna have their shirts tied up in the front, slapping the hell out of them. They're gonna step back like, bro.
I'm like, yo, where my
you,
team at? Like,
I
I'm
try
about
to
to get
tell
my
you.
team. I'm about to get my team.
Bro. We ain't with that. We love everybody on this show. We don't condone everything. We with y'all.
I just agree.
We with y'all, bro. We with y'all. Look,
Oh man.
Ben, you gonna get kicked out before you get in.
Hey, I know I'm probably on the list.
Oh,
They ain't gonna let me in the club. They gonna let y'all in. I'm like, hold on, I'm the host. How not get in?
Yeah, bro, you in trouble.
we'll speak on your behalf.
Yeah. Petition for me. All right, Dustin.
All right,
Catch
y'all,
you later,
man.
bro.
Y'all take
Be
it
easy, Doc.
Be safe.
All right, Doc.
All right, so NFL, yeah, it's something going on with these athletes, bro. So this NFL Hassan Haskins, y'all know him?
Yeah, my son. Hey, play for Michigan.
Yeah. So he's in jail right now. Him and his girlfriend.
No, he played for Michigan State. He did play for Michigan though. Try to send
Him
him
and
to
his
Michigan State.
girlfriend got arrested for domestic violence. Apparently, they broke up and they got into a huge argument. She snatched his $5,000 chain off his neck, and that's when he started strangling her.
No, that's not good. You know, but that's both ways. You know, I'm not just gonna say one person. You know, neither one of them need to be, fighting. But nowadays, they don't care who. They'll take you both to jail.
Yeah,
man, let me tell you something, man. I won't speak on this. We got to stop looking at these situations, which we're not doing it now, and looking at it one-sided. Because these football players are very different. We're starting to see more and more now that they ain't wrapped too tight.
Right.
And then if you got $5,000 around your neck, his mama could have grabbed it. It was going to be on like hot butter popcorn. You hear me? So my issue with it is, it's like when I see a situation like this, I'm fearful for the woman. Do you know who you grabbing 5,000? This dude is running. This dude is running through, and Hassan Haskins was a good running back at Michigan. Well, he's running through grown men, and they can't pull him down. What you gonna do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never understood that. Why would a woman here got 2 times bigger than them and not expect the reaction?
She knew the reaction she was gonna get.
That's why she swung him.
She wanted that. I mean, so ladies and women that are raising young girls, man, tell your girls, your daughters, stay in a woman's place. Because when you step to a man like that, that's gonna be a problem. Like, I wouldn't step to him like that. You got to go all the way with that brother. That brother is strong.
Right. And then they made then of course the guy put himself in a bad situation by hitting her. I mean, by strangling her. So it's bad both ways. I can't say if I was an athlete how I react, especially if somebody snatching my chain, a $5,000 chain off my neck. But all I gotta say, man, the athlete got to choose these women. more carefully.
That's the main thing. Like I said, I'm not trying to blame the woman or anything for that. Whether it's athletes or just people in general, man, we just have to do our due diligence on knowing who we're dealing with, but also we have to do a better job, especially at younger ages in our community. We have to learn how to communicate better, learn how to resolve
Use
things
words
without coming to fisticuffs.
Well, your parents tell you when you're a child, use your words, communicate. Don't be throwing tantrums. Use your words.
You got a lot of these guys, man, who I think about. You see them physically as grown-ups, but they still act like kids.
Right, that's another thing. Yep. You give me 20-year-old kids, 21-year-old kids, all this money.
Throwing tantrums.
Yep. And like you speak of entitlement, you a millionaire at 21, bro. But like you come from nothing, and all of a sudden you a millionaire.
The craziest thing is really not even their faults, because honestly, they wouldn't raise or they wouldn't taught, these things. They wouldn't taught how to, talk to people or not to hit women or that's common nowadays for me. And I'm not justifying it, but it just seems like it's more common today, rather than per se 10, 15 years ago.
You know why? Because when women start talking about equality, this equality is, man, like, okay, we show you equality. You hit me, and I'm gonna hit you. And we wasn't taught like that. We wasn't taught like that. We were taught we men, we bigger, we stronger, and then to show a woman respect and stuff. So
let me say this real quick. I don't let C say what he got to say, but all I'm gonna say is, I used to be able to bench almost 400 pounds. I could almost squat at a time almost 700 pounds. So, in my opinion, if I was to hit somebody, especially a woman, if I was just even try to strangle, because that's what he did, strangling the woman, I could see myself possibly hurting somebody real bad if I'm benching, like I say, 350 plus pounds and I'm squatting almost 700 pounds. What am I getting out of putting that kind of force on a woman? Women cannot hold up to men. There is no standard in it. So men have to understand that. And like I say, a lot of them are not taught that. And they feel like it's free will to, they going to do whatever harm is done to them. And a lot of these people just don't understand there are different ways that you can go about this stuff, because a man with that kind of power that doesn't know how to control it is dangerous. Plain and simple.
Right. So, RC, what you gonna say?
I think also what we need to understand too, man. Like, you ever seen the movie Baby Boy with Yvette, and Yvette jumping on him? Some women like the physical, the toxic, the loud screaming, the putting their hands on the man, hitting the man behind the head.
Because that's what they used to.
Therefore, you can be a man that has never put your hands on a woman, and then in that one split second, like Haskins probably had never put his hands on a woman, or I don't know if he has or not, but if he has never done it, now he's going to be stamped with being a man who puts his woman beater. So, and that's the thing, man. You got to think about, because I'm sure we get signs before we actually get this storm, and we actually get this example. And she probably been doing that, and so she gonna snatch the chain off. She provoked him then right there. So
that's sometimes it can be little things that can send a guy over the edge, especially if you never know what kind of day a person having.
That's true.
Sometimes I know before I was married, I was single and I was talking to one girl, and all she would just nag me about different things. And one day I was just tired. I was like, bro, not today. Cause it was just at that point, like anything would probably make me snap, because I was at my limit, working in retail, dealing with different people. I was like, yo, not today. I don't want to hear nothing today.
A woman can bring the best out of you, or she can bring the worst out of you.
Yeah. Right. And if she's seen it as a kid growing up, she got it's in.
She knew. I bet she knew what button to push to after.
Oh yeah.
She knew. So dudes, man, you got, like I said, you just gotta walk away when they start.
You gotta think, man. You gotta think.
Gotta get out of there.
5,000.
Be like Joseph, run.
She pushed the $5,000 button.
Just even when it's easy for me to say now that it happened, but when you get like future advice for anybody that's listening, if you're arguing with your spouse, your girlfriend, especially if y'all live together, man, get out, get in your car, go to the Walmart parking lot, just go sit, lay back, and y'all will text and talk, and y'all will make it up, But in the heat of the moment where it gets unpredictable, be the bigger person, in which they always tell us men to be the bigger man. That's another instance where you have to be a bigger man in the instance and know what you're risking, especially in somebody in his predicament. This is us. We're mid-level people in life. Making a good living, and this guy's making 6-7 figures. So
right.
The more money
Don't
you make, you would think, what about the repercussions and everything else to come along with this. But we just have to do better, man and woman. And I'm not trying to single out either or. Both of them are wrong in the instance. And it's a common thing, with people, that people that fight. Unfortunately, it got to that, and hopefully, I hope both of them figure it out and heal from it.
Yeah, especially if they broke up and then they turned to that. Like, man, you don't owe her nothing. She don't owe you, and she don't owe you nothing, man. Y'all broke up, just leave it be. Then, like, I mean, it wasn't meant to be. Just keep it pushing. Flowers guy, a corner, Isaiah Rogers Sr. Leslie placed a 1,000 prop bet over and under on the Colts and a couple of teams.
It was under too. It wasn't JT, so it was under.
Hey, he saw JT like, oh yeah, I'm going under.
That's crazy.
I love Isaiah, man. You ain't got fans. Let me take it from you. Isaiah Rogers, I'm so disappointed in you, man, because, man, especially me and my homeboy, that be easy to talk about Indianapolis football amongst each other. When Isaiah came out of UMass, we were big on him, and we've seen Isaiah just each year take a step. He should have been starting last year. He was top 10 corner in PF rankings and stuff like that, a good bit of the year. But if you don't if he and whoever else doesn't disagree far as what the NFL is trying to do, you don't get the point. You don't get the point of it. You cannot have a professional football player betting in these games because it messes with the integrity of the game. Right. It could be any. I don't care. Like I say, he got cut too. Like as soon as the news came out, he got cut. I'm quite sure he'll be somewhere after, after he's year-long suspension. No, it's a year. No, he's suspended indefinitely. It's a year. Yes. Yeah, they wouldn't have cut him if it was 6 games. No, this is the indefinite suspension. He can't. He has to be reinstated. With $1,000 bet, and then he plays hundreds of other bets, $25, $30, $50 bets, also on parlays and stuff. So we got to understand. The players need to understand that. Do not, mess with the integrity of the game, because when people get the question, and is it? I mean, and you get that now. Is it rigged? Is it a script? You're feeding into that narrative more when you're placing these bets, and it's just not honest to me. I don't have them. I at first I didn't have a problem with them betting in my mind, but as I got to thinking about it, hell, I bet. And if Isaiah Rogers is sitting up here putting money on games and stuff, who to say we can trust wasn't who?
Because I said no to it, because as we bet on these games, we get this certain feeling. Like, man, we got to hit this, but we got to, like, so who to say a bookie or somebody else come to him like, hey, we know you betting, like, hey, do us a solid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm beyond that far as a bookie trying to, especially with the money these basketball players and NFL players make nowadays. It's not the bookies I'm worried about. I think that they'll throw a game for themselves before they do it for a bookie. Is it okay? Like Isaiah Rogers with the prop bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you in Wall Street, that's inside trading. That's against the law. Mm-hmm. That's inside information.
Right.
I said he won that bet. He put $1,000 for, it probably was Zach Moss or somebody like that, to go under his amount. So he sits in the room. He watches them
He
practice. He watches
knows.
them play. He knows. Like I said, so inside
Easy
trading
money.
information. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like I said, that's a liability to the league, man. And especially with Vegas, being big parts of this and that, FanDuel, the casinos, we can't risk it, man. Keep the
And then,
integrity strong.
And then so divisions amongst teammates too. They know that you could be potentially throwing games, and especially if a player passionate, then you're gonna have a little real feel like, yo, you can't be doing that. So it's kind of weird. I know I saw people in the comments they're talking about why he just didn't get one of his friends or his
Man, I agree.
brother
I
or
mean, I agree, but you gotta think about
somebody
it.
else.
If he's doing it through FanDuel, Prize Picks, the NFL has their hands in that. They started it. So think about it. They have a system to where when you fill out this stuff, whoever you're related to, and come on, the NFL knows who you're hanging around with. All they have to do is just trace your information, and when it shows up, they got you. It's that simple.
Yeah, try using betas next time, Isaiah, and see will that work. So
great player, man, but it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. All right, RC, I know you want to say something about the Jets, this newfound revelation you have about the Jets.
I gotta hear this.
So I want to hear it before we end this podcast. What's this newfound revelation you have?
Well, I wouldn't, I got a few sources, and did my homework on that, because I was very passionate about. I compared him to Green Bay, what he was leaving versus where he's at now, and where he's going. Player for player, talent for talent, coach for coach, GM for everything, and he's in a much better situation, and with a much better defense. He's actually playing for the Jets, but it's a 49er system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to look really different. They're going to be a really tough team because he won't have to. He's going to get the ball a lot, short fields, and he's going to be. And those years he was in Green Bay, he had good defense, but not like this. And then also looking at the receiving core, Corey Davis was a star in Tennessee. The Moore kid. Garrett, you got the Bryce Hall. It's like
the tight end, the young tight end. I forgot his name.
So, offensive line and defensive line, so it's built right. I was wrong about that. I mean, I just feel like he's not a leader. At some point, he's gonna have to go in and it's gonna be a game. But you don't have to be a leader when your coach is that.
Yeah, right.
True.
So,
true.
You don't have to be the vocal guy.
And then you got CJ Mosley, who's going to be the leader of defense. So it's not technically
right. And if I'm in the shootout, I'm going with it. Like, if he's focused, if he's motivated, I'm with Aaron Rodgers on that.
All right. Go ahead, Flowers.
Aaron Rodgers' leadership is going to come. That was going to have to play a part early. I think I'm gonna have to pull up their schedule, but I think like their first 10 are tough. And then with him, like, I guess I'm trying to sway you now. See, we've been one way, and you've been this way about Aaron. Like, we've been going back and forth about it because I think the last time I was kind of strong. Well, I think I told you I think I might go with Miami to win the division, but Aaron Rodgers is probably second in my opinion. But the offensive line kind of worries me, and it's just the schedule to begin with.
Yeah,
they still need to, figure some things out, before they probably make a late run. But I think Aaron Rodgers has a lot to prove now that he's out of Green Bay because the Green Bay was in his palm. Like, there was nothing he could do wrong in Green Bay. At least the media, the New York media and the fans, everybody hold him accountable. He has the owner that can hold him accountable. Now, like I said, the fans own the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay. So there was nobody for him to answer to.
So we're going to see this coming season where the Jets lands, especially with Aaron Rodgers and everything. All right. So is there anything else y'all want to bring up before we end the pod? Oh, snap. I almost forgot. We are brought to you by Bet Us. We put together a couple of picks for tomorrow. Pick of the day by Professor Flowers. So go over to Bet Us. We got your game and sign up there, win some money during this Major League Baseball season. So you can buy you a nice $5,000 chain.
You know what? You got a better chance buying that $5,000 chain next month. Just y'all hang with me, America. Baseball is a little tough for me because I don't watch it as strong as I watch, football and basketball. Trying to raise my son and all, but and be a husband. But baseball, I'm iffy with it. But I'm trying to get you some money.
We know we're working hard. We're working hard. It's hard, especially during the baseball season, to win big. With especially how some of these teams been playing lately. Let me see. Oh, snap! I gotta upload the picture. Your bets for tomorrow. I forgot it's not a video. I'm about to show it, so y'all place. It's on the 4th of July. Y'all might get lucky. That might bring y'all a little bit of luck.
Hopefully so.
Day.
Hopefully.
So here's Professor Flowers' odds for tomorrow.
And I would have gave prices, but like I said, the lines are out so early. I really couldn't give, for instance, Reds and the Rangers. They really didn't have odds on them yet, so I just said go money line with them. So I would think this probably a $5 probably could bring you 170 between 170 to $200 or $5 bet on this.
Nice. Well, we're gonna be keeping an eye on it tomorrow.
I got a parlay up right now. You can check on that's been going strong all day. I think I had 2 or 3 more games left. I need to check on that.
Yeah, let us know how it's going. And if you win, just post it and I'll repost it on VOL.
Of course.
All right. Is there anything else y'all want to bring up for in?
Nah, man, we just ready to get this football talk going.
Tell me about it. So, will y'all be available Friday, possibly? Or do y'all just want to wait till Monday? Because it's
Monday.
a long week. Monday. Wait till Monday, so give us time to prep. I'm going to bring it as usual. So, all right, then. We'll see y'all Monday. Y'all have a happy 4th of July.
All right, y'all.
Happy 4th.
Take it easy.